The game is just beginning. White must decide how to seize the initiative. Will they fight for the center with the classic 1e4, or perhaps the solid 1d4? We are at the beginning, a fresh start. White must now seize the initiative. Let's watch for the classical e4 or d4 to stake a claim in the center and begin the fight. White kicks off the game with a cautious 1e3. This passive start hands the initiative to Black, who should immediately challenge the center with a strong 1d5 or 1e5. The aggressive 3bc4 targets the weak f7 square, putting immediate pressure on Black in this Philidor defense setup. Black should respond with the solid 3f6 to develop and secure the center. Black challenges the Italian bishop with 4b6. White must seize the moment and play 5bx6, aiming to shatter Black's kingside pawn structure after fx6. Black accepts the doubled pawns with 5fc6, but that exposed king on e8 is a huge liability. White must develop quickly with nc3, keeping the pressure on the center. The crushing 11xd6 has created a monster passed pawn in the center. White is clearly winning, and Black must respond immediately, likely with 11.queen d6, just to survive. Black just slammed the rook to a7, aiming to complicate the position. White is still slightly better. White needs to ignore the intrusion and push f4 immediately, taking control of the center. Black 17, dxe5 opens the center, accepting White's exchange sacrifice. White must now immediately seize the initiative with the thematic break d4, creating immense pressure down the e-file and converting. The d6 pawn is a dagger. White's crushing material and positional advantage +7 means Black is totally paralyzed and must deal with the immediate threat of promotion, perhaps with 20 rd7. Black's desperate 24 g5 push is too little, too late. White is winning decisively due to the monstrous passed f6 pawn. White should activate the rook with rd1. White has just uncorked the decisive 27, qg8+, forcing the Black king to move. If Black plays kf5, White has a forced mate in, and that's the end of the line for Jimmy. The guest player delivered a decisive performance, scoring 12 best moves en route to an overwhelming victory. Clean execution against the 600-rated bot. It's over! A crushing victory for the guest player, who navigated that king and pawn endgame beautifully to defeat Jimmy. The analysis shows a dominant performance, a well-deserved win. A clean victory! White's knight dominates the board, and the 600-rated bot